Hi, everybody. We are now joined by Houston Dynamo defender Zeca. Zeca, gracias por tomarte el tiempo esta noche. ¿Qué fue tu impresión del partido esta noche y qué pueden aprender sobre el juego?
¿Podéis preguntar de nuevo? Porque estaba...
No, sí. ¿Cuál fue tu impresión del partido esta noche y qué pueden aprender del juego?
Buenas noches. Acho que el primer tiempo no propomos un juego, no ficamos con bola. Paulo conversou conosco no intervalo para ter a bola, tocar mais a bola, ter a bola conosco. O segundo tempo é nosso time, com a bola, atacando todo momento. Então, temos que levar de lição isso, temos que jogar os dois tempos, não podemos entrar como jogar um tempo só, mas, enfim, levamos de aprendizado para o próximo partido em casa.
Gracias por eso. ¿Y qué rápido se mueve el enfoque a Chicago en el partido que viene?
Como?
¿Qué rápido se mueve el enfoque al equipo para Chicago en el juego que viene?
Sí, estamos focados, conversamos bastante, vamos viajar, conversar, saber como joga o time de Chicago, ter muita atenção em casa, jogando com nossa torcida, com nosso povo. Então vamos atacar todo momento e conseguir os 3 pontos.
Gracias. Okay, everybody, opening it up for questions. Victor, go ahead.
Buenas noches, Zeca. Platícame sobre el gol, la asistencia que le das a Ferreira. ¿Cómo se viene ese gol para Houston en un momento tan importante?
Fico muito feliz pela assistência, mas isto é o grupo, na família. Quando ganha, ganha todos. Quando perde, perde todos. Ficaria muito feliz se ganhássemos o jogo com assistência, mas conversamos bastante e agora ter concentração para o próximo partido.
¿Cuánto le ayudó Darwin Quintero a poder ser más atacante en la segunda parte?
Sim, Darwin tem no movimentos a característica como se mover campo todo para ter a balão. Como treinamento está treinando muito bem, como todos os jogadores de posição, como Curry, como Taylor, como Thiago, como todos que estão treinando muito bem para ter opção de jogo. Ele estava preparado, teve a sua oportunidade. Eles todos sabem, é muito rápido com a bola e dá muita opção de jogo.
5 tarjetas amarillas en la primera parte, tú tuviste una.
Sí.
¿Fue por parte del equipo o fue más parte del árbitro?
Árbitro, total árbitro, porque Tinet tomou um cartão sem fazer nada. Ele, como deu a bola e o juiz deu o cartão, comigo também, subiram uma bola, ele me deu o cartão. Então ele estava querendo parar o jogo tudo com o cartão, não tinha necessidade disso. Acho que foi parte de árbitro, mas depois corrigimos. Isso também possibilita um pouco de chegar junto, porque qualquer momento pode dar cartão, mas conseguimos controlar.
La última mía, Zeca. Obviamente Houston quiso salir con un punto, buena segunda parte. ¿Qué es lo positivo que resalta de este encuentro?
Temos que tirar o positivo segundo tempo, nosso toque de bola, nosso ataque, como tivemos a bola a todo momento. Como conversando, não temos que esperar para ter a bola, temos que começar a atacar mais, como ter a bola conosco em primeiro tempo, tanto dentro ou fora de casa, normal. Temos que ser assim, tiramos de lição isto, para que em casa podemos ficar com a bola e atacar a todo momento.
Gracias, Zeca.
Gracias.
Are there any other questions for Zeca? No. Bueno, Zeca, muchas gracias por su tiempo y que tengan un bien viaje a regreso de Houston.
Muchas gracias a todos, una buena noche.
Hi, everybody. We are now joined by Dynamo forward Tyler Pasher. Tyler, thank you for taking some time with us tonight. Obviously not the result you guys wanted on the road. What are some of the takeaways you have from this match?
Definitely our reaction in the second half. I think we came out and we're a totally different team. We were in the first half. We played with a lot of urgency and, we took it to them and definitely had the opportunity to walk away with the win today. So, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we just keep building moving forward.
Yes, absolutely. If there are any questions for Tyler, please use the raise your hand function and we'll get you in. How quickly does the team's focus shift to Saturday's match against Chicago?
Already started. We just had a discussion about this. We got to move forward and take the positives from what happened today in the second half and, build on it and get ready for next week. What's done is done. And the only thing we can do now is look forward to the game against Chicago on Saturday.
Thank you for that. Victor, please go ahead.
Hey, Tyler, you had two opportunities in the second half. Speak to me about those opportunities, about how close the team came to, despite that first half, being able to maybe taking a point here tonight.
Yeah, hats off their goalkeeper. They're both superb saves. I know the first one, it was an amazing save, and the second one as well. And, I did my job to get into those moments to test the goalkeeper, and he got the better of me tonight. And it's unfortunate, but it just is what it is.
You had one goal in the prior friendly against San Luis. The local broadcasters were talking about how you're playing your best soccer at the moment. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm finding my stride, kind of building off of what happened last year. Injuries and stuff kind of set me back. So, kind of slowly getting back to my ability where my form should be. So it definitely is feeling great and feeling good.
How much of an impact does Darwin Quintero have in your attack? It might be a topic you've talked about before, but specifically tonight, he seemed to be a player that changed the complexion of the Houston Dynamo in the second half.
Yeah, I know personally him and I have a really good relationship on the field because his first instinct is to look forward and play a ball between lines. So it's always his first instinct. So, when you have that kind of dynamic, forward-looking player, it makes it very difficult to defend. It makes it very good for us in the attacking final third. So, those balls are what really splits defensive lines and gets us in behind the team, which again put them on their heels. So, definitely is a big impact coming off the field or starting the game, whichever it may be. Yeah, that would be my take on it.
Certainly, the way the game finished, I imagine the sentiment with the team is that it probably could have come away with a point, maybe all three.
100%, especially, coming with such a hot start to start the second half and then getting that second goal when we, should have had a goal right away to tie up the game. It's just the way the ball fell tonight. It's unfortunate, but again, this game is already done in the past for us. And we just need to look forward to the next game and start the game next week like we started the second half today.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Tyler. Safe travels back to Houston.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. We are now joined by Houston Dynamo head coach Paulo Nagamura. Paulo, thank you for taking some time with us today. Obviously not the result you wanted out on the road tonight, but what are some takeaways you have from tonight's match?
Well, game of two halves again. I think first half very poor with the ball. We let Orlando to control the game in the first half. What I think was mostly because our play, especially coming out of the back, was poor. Second half, I think, was much better. I think we made some adjustments, we made some changes. The guys came with more urgency. So pleased with the second half, but disappointed with the result, of course.
Thank you for that. Obviously, as a reminder, everybody, please use the raise your hand function. We'll get you in here shortly. We'll start off with English and then transition to Spanish. Paulo, what was your message to the team at the half?
My message to the team in the half was exactly what I just said. We needed to play with more urgency. I think in the first half I say after the game as well, we need to be the team that want to throw the first punch, not waiting to be punched before and be reactive. And I think that was the message. We need to play with more purpose. We need to be more urgency, to have more urgency in our play, I think. And the guys understood that at half and came back to the second half with a much better mentality.
Thank you. Billy, please go ahead.
Hey, Coach. How's it going?
Okay, Billy.
Just want to see if I can get your thoughts on the performance of Ethan Bartlow in the mid. Just want to see your thoughts on that.
Yeah, look, Ethan did okay. I think it a couple of plays here and there that he could have done better, but I think he was okay for the time he was on the field. It's a position that he's adapting. It's a new position for him that I think he can perform really well. So overall, I think it was okay performance by Ethan.
With the created chances in the second half, I know you spoke on it a bit already, but just wanted to see if you could elaborate on what changes were made at halftime that allowed those chances to be created.
Well, the easy way to elaborate is it was just what I said. It's when you play with more urgency, you force the team to either press you, and if you break the press, you're gonna have more space playing behind, or if you have more urgency with runs, they're gonna have to defend, and you could push the team back. And that's exactly what we did. I think we had more urgency with the ball, with runs, with movement, and that's what caused us to be more on their defense, on our attacking half, and creating more opportunities in the second half. So to your question, if you want me to elaborate, urgency is the answer.
The last one for me, Coach. Just wanted to see with Fafa not on any of the reports. Is there any updates on that situation, or are we kind of still where we're at?
I really don't know what situation that you guys talking about. We brought the best 20 players that we thought could help us get a result here. So there's no update on situation because there's no situation.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Victor, go ahead.
Just to elaborate off the last question, what is it about Fafa Pico that doesn't have him inside the best 20 players for this?
Well, it's not only Fafa; it's any player. Okay, and I don't know why you guys are coming back to this situation, but I'm happy to answer. Like every player on the team, they have a job defensively, offensively, in transitions, and set pieces. So we pick the players that can really help us on all four phases of the game. So I really don't know what's the big deal with that.
You talk about lack of urgency. What do you attribute that to? Why do you think the team? It's not that it lacks it, because obviously it showed it in the second half. Why do you think in the first half the urgency was missing?
That's the answer that I was trying to find out as well. And what I told the players was exactly what I said previously on a previous question. We need to have the mentality that we're gonna throw the first punch and not be punched first. So we didn't came out of the locker room with that intention to play and to make Orlando to play forward, to be offensive minded. And that's exactly, in my opinion, that was the reason why we had a poor first half. The guys in the second half came with different mentality, with different actions, with different urgency. And what made us look who we want to be, a team that wants to play on the offensive half, to create chances and to be more around the goal.
Quintero comes on at the start of the second half. Is that something that you had as a strategy for the second half, to kind of leave him for that second period?
Yeah, that was the strategy. I think if we don't concede in the first half, I think the impact that he could have in the second half will give us a good chance to get a result. Unfortunately, we conceded the second goal very early, or put us with a mountain to climb. But fortunately, we were able to score right away with Seba. But again, it's when I look back and I watch this game, I feel that we did enough to win the game. We just we were not effective with the chance that we had. We had enough chances to win the game there. And by the way, the last play there by DQ, I would love to. I'm gonna throw the other questions to you, to the media, so you can answer me, just to tell me why that was called offside, because I've seen from different angles, and I'm still looking for an answer.
Yeah, that's what I have to look at as well. But you talk about well, one of the things you wanted to stress was the service of the outside backs. The goal today comes from Zeca, goes to Seba. How does the team generate more of those opportunities in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, look, everything is combined, right, Victor? I mean, once you play with urgency, now you push teams back, now you higher up the field, now you have more opportunities to put Zeca in good positions to serve the ball, and that's exactly what we did. That's the way that we want to play. We want to push teams back and play on their half. And to your point, yes, we work a lot on service from Zeca, from Adam to Seba, because he, like you saw today, he's pretty good in the air. He has a good header, and he scored a great goal. So it's a combination of a lot of things. But to your point, it starts with the urgency, that for us, the urgency to play and be offensive minded.
One of the things that people point to, the 5 yellow cards in the first half. Zeca mentioned that there might be more on the ref. Obviously, it gets brought up because of the recent red cards, the sending offs. Just, do you think that's still part of a maybe chaotic or undisciplined part of your team, or do you think this was just something today with the referee?
Look, it's I'm gonna say something here. The referee have maybe a different look. I can't judge every call. What I thought, it was like there's a play in the beginning of the first half where someone takes down Corey on a breakaway, and he goes and talks to the player. He gives a warning. The next play, our player go and have a reckless foul, if you can call it, and we get a yellow. So there's the only thing that I think we could have done, we could have better in terms of refereeing is consistency, right? Because that play on the first half, it's denying a promising attacking for us, and they don't get the yellow. They get the talk, and then in the next play, the guy has a reckless foul. If you can see it, if you can say that, and we got now yellow. So I'm not going to comment every call, and I'm not going to judge every call here from the referee. It's just a matter of consistency for every team.
Yeah. What I did want to ask you about, Toro Farson, he got a yellow card in the second half for simulation. Is that a topic you speak to your forwards about? How do you feel about that subject?
Yeah, look, to be honest, he deserved the yellow card. I think he, in my opinion, he should have and take the shot. And we don't encourage players to embellish, or we don't encourage players to cheat. So I'm going to have a talk with Tor. I think it was a bad decision on his part, and hopefully he can learn from it. So we don't encourage those kind of things in our team.
Last one, just ultimate positives out of this as you look forward to the next game against Chicago next week. Yeah,
look, we will come back in home, and I think the biggest lesson that I told the players early in the locker room is that we gotta be the first one to throw the first punch. We can't wait teams and be reactive. We gotta be offensive minded. We gotta play with urgency from the beginning. If we do that, we have more chances to win, especially when we play at home.
Thanks, Paulo.
Thank you, Victor.
Pablo, una pregunta en español. ¿Qué saca de este partido?
Bueno, un partido de dos tiempos. Primero tiempo que jugamos sin urgencia, si esta es la palabra correcta. Me corrigieron, por favor. Yo creo que el segundo tiempo el equipo jugó con mucho más ganas de ir para frente, con mucha más movilidad, con más ganas de atacar al rival. Y yo creo que esa fue la diferencia. El primer tiempo esperamos y fuimos muy reactivos y no es la manera que queremos jugar. Queremos siempre estar a frente con mentalidad de marcar, con mentalidad de poner el rival en su campo de defensivo. Y yo creo que el segundo tiempo hizo muy bien. Creamos oportunidades para hasta empatar y ganar el juego. Pero es el fútbol. Tú no es efectivo con su oportunidad. El rival es con las tuyas y le acaba perdiendo el partido.
Gracias. Luis, ¿puedes seguir?
Urgencia. Sorry, just checking to see if I was saying the correct word.
You're good.
Buenas noches, profe, ¿cómo está?
Buenas noches, Luis.
Quería preguntarle sobre lo que menciona, que fue una vez más un partido de dos mitades y menciona lo de la urgencia, que no jugaron con la misma urgencia. Se dice fácil, ¿no? Jugar a la misma, con la misma intensidad, al mismo nivel los 90 minutos, pero ¿qué es lo que pasa o qué tan difícil es realmente que no se juega con esa misma urgencia desde el inicio del partido hasta el final?
Mira, Luis, yo creo que son dos diferentes cosas. Yo creo que intensidad es una cosa, urgencia otra. Yo creo que el equipo fue muy intensa. Yo creo que el equipo por 90 minutos fue muy intensa. Y eso fue una de las cosas que decíamos a los jugadores antes. Tenemos que jugar con mucha intensidad porque ellos son un equipo muy intenso y tenemos que hacer eso. Urgencia es cuando, mira, tú juegas con la mentalidad de hacer algo, con la mentalidad de crear oportunidades, con la mentalidad de jugar, de empujar al equipo para atrás. Y eso que nos faltó.
Si me permite una más, profe, ¿qué tan importante es ahora darle la vuelta a la página y no lamentar lo que pasó hoy y mejor enfocarse en el próximo partido?
Sí, no tenemos tiempo de lamentar. Mira, hay partido toda semana y regresamos a casa. Tenemos que ser un mejor equipo mandante. Tenemos que tener más contundencia en nuestra casa. No hay tiempo para lamentar. Tenemos que corregir los errores, claro, como siempre, pero no hay tiempo a lamentar. Es tiempo de trabajo y eso que vamos a hacer.
Gracias, profe.
Gracias, Luis.
Andrés, adelante.
Sí, buenas noches, Pablo. Estuvimos viendo aquí en el estadio el partido, estuvimos atentos. Vimos la jugada, excelente jugada de Quintero. Sin embargo, no sé por qué el árbitro no fue a checar el VAR, simplemente esperó por el auricular la indicación que le van a ir, porque está muy cerrada la jugada. Yo lo entiendo que se fue con la marca nada más, pero ¿qué se hubiera hecho en ese momento? Porque era jugada para checarse en el VAR.
Mira, por eso que te pregunté, por eso que le hice la pregunta a todos ustedes, porque yo no tengo la respuesta. Si tú miras 15 partidos, la cantidad de veces que que no tuvimos las correcciones que tuvimos que tener, es triste, la verdad es triste. Yo me gustaría una respuesta, la verdad me gustaría la respuesta, ¿por qué? O se me muestra la imagen que está fuera de lugar Darren Quintero. Se me muestra el mensaje, ok, estoy errado, no hablo, está cierta la decisión, pero si tenemos VAR, pero por la imagen que tengo, no creo que está fuera de lugar, pero mira, eso va a pasar todo el juego, eso está pasando en todos los partidos. No estoy acá para reclamar, eso es una lástima que no sacaron este gol, pero pelota a frente y ahí vamos a continuar trabajando. Yo no voy a estar acá perdiendo tiempo comentando a las decisiones del árbitro de VAR.
Bueno, con esto se hila una tercera derrota. ¿Qué es lo que tiene que trabajar el equipo después de estas 3 derrotas para ser más contundente a la hora de estar frente a la portería?
Sí, mira, yo concuerdo con usted. Além de la urgencia que tenemos que mejorar, de jugar de inicio adelante, sí tenemos que mejorar nuestra contundencia frente al arco. Yo creo que tuvimos oportunidad suficiente para hacer más goles, oportunidades claras de hacer más goles y no lo hicimos. Entonces el trabajo está ahí. Nosotros tenemos una buena idea de dónde necesitamos mejorar y el trabajo continúa.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Paulo, and safe travels back to Houston.
Thank you.